What's going on, everybody? Dave here, heading off grid, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go over the complete list of things I need to get done prior to me firing, financial independence, retire early next year in April, May of 2022, and then go hike the Appalachian Trail southbound. So this is the list that I've come up with. It's pretty substantial, to be honest with you. It's just stuff that came off the top of my head that needs to get done. And it seems like every day that I kind of add something new to the list. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through the complete list one by one. I'll try to run through them as quick as I can. And then I'll kind of just give you an idea, an update, maybe take you through a walkthrough of where I live and just, all the things I've been doing to get ready for next year. So let's go ahead and look at the list right now. Okay, here is the list right here. And obviously, some of these aren't, I guess they're just kind of in random order, a lot of them. I did try to kind of put them in general. Down near the bottom, you'll kind of notice things to do after retirement, things to do prior or just prior to putting in notice and stuff like that. But in general, a lot of this stuff just has no, I guess time frame per se. It just needs to get done, right? So get kettlebell. It's been on my list for, I don't know, 6 months or so to get a kettlebell. Especially during the pandemic. It was kind of hard to get one during the pandemic. I don't know if I'm actually even going to get one anymore. They did open up the apartment gym, and it looks like they're not requiring masks in there anymore. And it looks like it's open 24 hours a day. So I might go back to going into there and screw the kettlebell. But in general, work on preparing body. That means lose 5 to 10 pounds, probably about 10 if I could, really get there. I'm about 195 right now. I am 6 foot. So I'm not a heifer or anything like that, but in general, I'd love to lose about 10 pounds before I go, just to, that's an extra 10 pounds that I don't have to truck around, extra 10 pounds that aren't on my ankles, and extra 10 pounds that aren't on my knees and heaps, all right? So just losing 10 pounds would be great. I don't want to lose too much, obviously, because I'm going to be probably losing weight on the trail, and I don't want to get back weighing 165, 170. I don't care if I get back weighing about 175. My ideal weight is about 180, I'd say. 180 to 185 is my ideal weight. I get to see the dentist. That's been on my list. Obviously, maybe people don't know, but I was working out in Seattle about 6 months out of the year. That is where my dentist is, even though I didn't technically even live out there. I was just traveling out there. But it was just convenient to go to the dentist out there since I've been traveling all the time. I don't really have a dentist here in Denver, so might as well go back to that one. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But I do need to get to the dentist at least possibly 2 more times before I go, just to make sure that the teeth, the grill, all right, is good to go, because I'm going to be eating a lot of junk on the Appalachian Trail. All right, stuff I normally wouldn't eat. Okay, I'm keto, if people don't know, so I don't even really eat sugar at all. So I'm going to be pretty much left to hiker food. So I need to just to make sure the teeth are ready to go, just in case. I don't want to, have to have a toothache or something like that on the trail. All right, moving on here, donations. There's probably a bunch of stuff I'll probably take to the Goodwill and just donate. There may be some stuff I'm gonna sell as well. I already sold a camera flash, all right? I think I paid like $275 for it. I sold it for like $240, and that was not for literally just sitting in the box for 2 years. So I used it one time, so that was a pretty good sell that I did on eBay. But if I could sell any stuff like that, if I have any more stuff that I could sell around the house, I will. Throw away stuff, obviously. There's gonna be a boatload of stuff I'll probably throw away. I just threw away about, 200 hangers. I probably could have gave those away or something like that, but it's a hassle. Stop buying core food. What does that mean? That just means like core stuff. Now, obviously the core stuff will change, right? What I mean by core stuff is I'm talking about stuff like pots and pans and stuff like that, just adding to that stuff, right? I already have a selection of pots and pans, and they're super expensive ones, by the way. I, have no plans of buying any more of that type of stuff. And as time goes on, like I get maybe within a month or 2 months of actually getting out of here, I'll stop buying like, ketchup. I'll stop buying stuff like peanut butter. I'll stop buying stuff like barbecue sauce and, that type of stuff that takes up, 2 months to go away, right? And that's where it kind of brings us on to the next thing here. Use up existing food, change existing habits or eating habits, right? So I will use up all the food that I have in my fridge. I'll use up all the food I have in the cupboard. I'll use up all the food that's in the freezer. So for example, there's, some asparagus. So there's some asparagus. There's some asparagus in the freezer, and I've been putting off eating those. For some reason. There's some sardines and stuff in the cupboard, which I kind of, keep around. I'll still eat them. I like sardines, but it's not on the top of my food chain. I kind of keep that stuff in there for, I don't know, for the end of the world type of situation, I suppose. But so that stuff will get eaten up, right? I'll try to eat up all my almond flour, maybe eat up, I'll cook differently, right? I'll use all the almond flour up, I'll use up all the coconut flour. So I'll cook differently to use up that stuff. All right, get rid of flips. Yes, I do have 2 real estate flips I do need to get rid of. And luckily, they're going through foreclosure, and one has already gone through foreclosure. It just needs to go to auction, and the other one should go through foreclosure next week completely. And then hopefully that one should go to auction in August, possibly early September. So at least there's movement there. It'll be in my hands at that point to get rid of them. And because that is a major risk to my early retirement right there. I cannot go on the Appalachian Trail with those flips not being done out of my hands somehow. And you're probably asking why? Why not just let them sit there for 5 months? You've already let them sit there for 2 years anyway, right? Because if there's any fines with the city code enforcement, it's like $250 per day per fine, all right? Now, we already got tied up with fines, $40,000 worth, and that's the reason why they had to go through foreclosure to begin with, okay? I'm not the official owner of those properties, so I'm not liable for them, but because, I'm the lender on them, I helped out my partner by lending some money to get those fines taken care of. Now we settled at $9,000 to get those taken care of, but so yeah, I cannot let those just sit there and gather fines up for 4 or 5 months while I hike that Appalachian Trail. That to me, I could come back with $100,000, $200,000 worth of fines, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, pack closet, pack bathroom, pack garage, all right? Pack the garage, pack kitchen, pack bedroom, electronics, which I've already started doing, pack the family room, which I've already started doing, get rid of the furniture. I'm gonna get rid of almost all my furniture, all right? I'll kind of take you around through the house in a second here, but, so all the furniture, gone, all right, except the bed. Pack bed, yes, disassemble. It is a sleep number bed, so it is all apartable, okay? So it's not as much as Rebecca's, $10,000 bed that she had, but I think this bed was like $3,000 or maybe a little bit less than that, I don't know. Pack hall closet, pack the TVs, might as well take them, even though TVs are so cheap these days. Might as well put them in storage, right? I already have a storage unit, if you didn't already know. It's a 5x10, it's probably a quarter of the way filled right now with a bunch of tools and stuff. Pack computer monitors, I do have 2 monitors here. I thought about just giving them away, giving them to Jerry or something like that, but trying to find a box that they're gonna fit in. Unless I have a box, then I might as well just keep them. So yeah. Drive to Seattle, yes, I needed to get that done in the next 3 to 4 weeks or so. And so I do have an e-bike that's out there, about a $2,000 e-bike that's sitting out there at the hotel. And I do have a suitcase that's been out there for 6 years, full with a bunch of stuff. And honestly, there's a lot of expensive stuff in there, but I've done well with that with almost 2 years not needing it. There's nothing I need in there, but there is, some expensive stuff in there too. I'm gonna drive out there. I'm not gonna fly because I can actually just take the bike back on the back of the car. I had thought about flying out there and then renting a car and driving back, but whatever, just drive. All right, so yeah, that's, I wish I could have better planned that, but the pandemic came out of nowhere. I was at home here when the pandemic came out. Otherwise, had I already been there, I would have rented a car and just drove back and with that stuff. But because it came out of nowhere, that stuff got stuck out there. I did call the hotel this week and talk to the general manager. He knows me. He's like, yep, your bike's still here. So yeah, in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I will be driving out to Seattle and getting my stuff. So I'm probably going to go through parts of Idaho on the way back just to check the lower part of Idaho, which I've never seen before, so I'm kind of excited about it. Make a little trip out of it. Figure out mailing address. Yes, I need to get that figured out. Domicile. Yes, I'll be changing domicile to a tax-free state at some point. I need to figure that out. It's going to be Florida. It's going to be South Dakota, or possibly Texas, most likely. So move mail from the P.O. box. Yes, I do have a P.O. box for business purposes. There's a lot of other stuff that goes there too, but that will get forwarded to the new domicile / mailing address, along with the address here for the house. Car, I need to get this car situation figured out. FAs, I need to get those figured out as well. Pack AT gear. The gear is pretty much almost all finalized. I have probably about 90% of the stuff. I just ordered a new backpack again, and I'm actually going to order another one. So I just want to make sure I have the right pack for me, right? I already kind of went through the big three, but I'm going to end up changing that, I think. Prepare AT gear. Okay, prepare gear for after the AT. What does that mean? That means get everything ready kind of in one area in the storage for when I get done with AT. Okay, when I get done with AT, I'm gonna have to come back here, go to storage, get some stuff out of there, put that stuff that I had just hiked with in storage, and then the stuff that I'm gonna be taking across the world really is not the same gear I'm gonna be taking on the AT, right? It's completely different gear. A lot of it's reusable, a lot of it's the same, but you're not gonna have all the exact same gear that you're going to use across the world. New Zealand and Thailand and the Philippines, right? So I got to have that gear kind of situated just in one general area, so I don't have to go through all the boxes and stuff like that. So that is a thing I really need to think about. Old laptops. Yes, I do have an extra laptop here. It's provided by my work. I don't think they're going to want that back, so what am I going to do with it? Probably end up selling it. But I have to wait until I retire to see if they even want that thing back. It's about 4 years old. Old phones, yes, I have a phone right here that's 2 or 3 years old. I have a phone right there that's gonna go away. It's paid for by my work. They're not gonna want any of those phones back. When I retire, I'm gonna get a brand new phone. We'll talk about that here in a second. So 60-day notice, I gotta put a 60-day notice in with this apartment complex. Open IRA as soon as, probably right before I retire, I'll open that up. I could open it right now technically, so I will be opening an IRA account with Schwab. I will be probably getting a new laptop before I retire, maybe around December-ish time frame when I think the Gen 12s come out, so the i7s come out. So I don't know, we'll see. And the reason why is just because I get a discount on laptops and stuff like that through the company, and it's pretty substantial, so why not just take advantage of that before I retire. Forward house mail, yes, I need to forward all this mail to the new domicile / mailing address. Backup main data to backup disk, yes, I have probably, I don't know, 30 to almost 40 terabytes, maybe it's 30 terabytes or something like that. A couple of different NAS devices, and all that stuff needs to go to a single drive. How can that go to a single drive? I'm only going to back up parts of it, right? The most important data is going to get backed up to that. And I have like literally, that NAS out there in the other room replicates the NAS that's in here. And for the longest time, that NAS was replicating to a friend's house as well. The most important data, because I lost a hard drive, I don't know, back in like 2004, 2005, lost a bunch of pictures. And ever since then, I'm like, that's the last time I ever lose any data. So I have triplicates of my most important data. All right, forward domain email. Yes, I do run an email server out of my house. So that domain is gonna get forwarded to my hosting service, which is HostGator. So all that email will just go there, which is fine. That way I can check it on the road as well. All right, after retirement, Cobra documents should be coming to my house, hopefully. I will be most likely just signing up for Cobra. Transfer 401k to the IRA. Okay, so as soon as my work releases that I've been released to Fidelity or quit to Fidelity, then I can roll that 401k over to the IRA that I just opened up here, wherever the heck that went. Okay, so open IRA. All right, and then set up the SEP. Okay, so there's not really much to set up. It's just kind of, going through the numbers and all that, and then you start taking a distribution out of the IRA. Okay, and that's not a SEP IRA. Don't get that confused. Okay, it's a Rule 72T with the IRS code. It's called substantial equal payments or something like that. Periodic payments or whatever. I don't know what the SEPP stands for, but it's not a SEP IRA. Okay, you can SEP a 401k as well. You can SEP. I think a solo 401k, you can SEP a Roth. So it really doesn't have anything to do with the type of account, okay? And then, so I'll probably set that up, maybe take it, I don't know when I can take the distribution. If I can take the distribution right away, then I might do that right away. Get a new phone. Yes, I will be getting a new phone because this phone is already 2 years old. I could get a new phone technically this year from my work, but it's not going to be what I want for the AT. So I'll probably get in the Samsung S21 Ultra. That's most likely what I'm getting because the cameras on it are amazing. It's got image stability on it too, so I can actually vlog while I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail. Yes, if you're not aware, I will be doing Appalachian Trail videos. So if you're interested in seeing me hike the Appalachian Trail and doing a video every day, then go ahead and make sure you subscribe. So, all right, turn off Netflix, yes. Turn off Hulu, turn off Comcast, turn off Xcel Energy, turn off the gas, all right? And I can't turn off the gas in my body apparently, but let's see. So yes, I got to turn all that stuff on. That's the great stuff about all these. There's no commitments on any of this stuff, which is great. Even Comcast, I make sure there's no commitment there. And that's the great stuff. I can turn on anytime I want, so turn off all that junk, clean apartment, get deposit back. Obviously, I've been in this apartment for a long time. I've been here for almost 8 years. Now, granted, I haven't really lived here most of the time, probably because I've been on the road. But yes, there's probably not even a big. I think the deposit was like $200, so it's pocket change. But it is what it is. Okay, drive to Texas, maybe. We'll see. We'll talk about that because I might be putting my car in Texas while I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail. I don't know. Maybe the FAs will go there as well. Put car in USAA storage. What is that? All right, so if you have USAA, I was in the military, so I have USAA. They let you put your car in what's called storage. So instead of paying, $50 a month for insurance, it'll go down to like $10 or something like that, or $5. Because you're not driving it. As long as you're not driving it for 30 plus days, you can put it in USAA storage, and that is unique to USAA. Okay, it still needs to be insured because if somebody broke in or whatever to where it's at and they rip it off, then I don't even have full coverage insurance because the car is only worth $3,000 or $4,000 anyway. And people say, why don't you get rid of it? Well, the reason I want to get rid of it is because where are you going to find another car like this that had $50,000 miles on it when I bought it? Car only has 93,000 miles on it now. It's 16 years old. Okay, I know everything that's been done to that car, and it's a perfect car to keep for a long time, right? It's not really worth much, but it's a four-wheel drive. It's in great condition. I've taken well care of it, and it's stupid to get rid of it because you'll never find a used car in that condition ever again, right? And if you have to go buy a new car or a new used car, you're going to spend 30 or 40 grand on it, right? So it just makes sense. Keep it. Okay, so yes, I'll probably rent a car and I'm going to be driving to Massachusetts, all right? So yes, I will be starting the Appalachian Trail in Maine, going to Georgia. So I'll be doing the Appalachian Trail southbound, okay? All right, let's take you through the house and just kind of show you what I've done and maybe get a little bit more familiar with Dave. We are in my closet here, and I've done a lot of work in here already. I've gotten rid of a boatload of stuff, or actually packed up a boatload of stuff. Preparing, and most of the stuff that's in here, well, a lot of it still needs to be packed up, but for the most part, you know, a lot of the stuff in here is going on the AT, but so I packed up a lot of clothes already. I'll show you that here in a second, but a lot of this stuff needs to go to storage. Most of the stuff over here needs to go to storage, but a lot of these clothes, I mean, I don't even wear these things. I mean, who wears these dress up shirts? I sure don't anymore. So those need to go to storage. A lot of this heavier stuff here, I have a lot of cashmere stuff, but all that stuff needs to go to storage. This is going on the AT actually. All those clothes up there need to go into storage. I mean, but most of the stuff right here is the stuff that I wear right now. All the stuff up there is all going on the AT. So I've just kind of been gathering all the AT stuff up there. There's a lot of that stuff right there is going to be staying out for when I get done with the AT. This stuff down here is all going on the AT. And there's my anchor. Don't worry, I will be doing a video on my complete gear list, including all the weights, base weight, all that stuff. So don't worry. I've already got it about halfway done, but I'm still waiting on more stuff. You're thinking, oh, what the hell's this, Dave? What is this, Dave? Yes, I do prepare for every event. I do have a couple of gas masks. There's a gas mask there. Here's a gas mask here. I do have a holster there just in case. All the stuff down here is going on the AT. Most of the stuff down here is going on the AT. Those are the trekking poles that will be going on the AT. I have about, I don't know, 3 or 4 different pairs of those. This pack right here is not going on the AT, but I kept it out in case I want to hike this year here in Colorado. That quilt is going on the AT. I'm going to probably keep this out for after the AT. Camera stuff, let's see here, all this stuff here is extra hiking slash prepper stuff that I have. I'm not really, it's all going to get packed up. Most of it's all dry bag. I mean, it's just used stuff in there. It's a ton of stuff in there. Racquetball stuff. These are the shoes that will be going on the Appalachian Trail. All right, let's go out and look at the rest of the stuff that we've been doing here. All right, we are out in my family room, and unfortunately there's noise out here, and I'm sorry about that, but there is my server. It's super loud. It's in the family room because I have a super small house, but that server's got about, I don't know, 15, 20 VMs running on it. But so this is all the stuff, right? I've already packed up. Look at this is all my rucksacks right here. So I got, you know, what you've seen the other video where I got like 7 or 8 rucksacks, right? This is all stuff that's going to it's just clothes and stuff, and there's obviously gonna be putting more stuff in there that's all going to Goodwill. Here's all my shoes. Just about as bad as a woman at this point. Jeez, yes, I do have golf shoes in here, cleats and stuff. These are the same shoes I just got done showing you. I have a backup pair. I bought 2 pairs for the Appalachian Trail. I'll probably just keep these and actually just buy a new pair or something like that on the Appalachian Trail, and then I'll just use these for when I get done with the Appalachian Trail. But yeah, I have a lot of nice shoes in here. You know, Johnson and Murphy's. I had a black pair of these too, but I don't even wear stuff like that really anymore. But and then underneath here, that's all hiking slash, you know, it's snow gear as well. I don't even want to take this off, but I do have another quilt in there. That's the heavier quilt there, the 10 degreer. Here's an empty one here, and then under there's a bunch of pillows. I have about, I don't know, 4 or 5 pillows in there. And so this is an empty one. I got another empty one right here. And then I got some other stuff in here. There's a NAS. There's, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff that needs to go to storage. It's my new drone, a couple of different drones. But here is one that's completely full. It's got a bunch of random stuff in it. Here's all my electronics right here. It's got my my Fitbit. I don't even use the Fitbit anymore. I actually have a new watch that I'm actually gonna be taking on that push trail, which I'll be making a video on. I do have a bike here, so my apartment's super small, but there's the bike right there. What does it do in the house? I have a small apartment, so what do you expect? And I do have another bike in Seattle. So this is what everything looks like in here right now. Like I said, it's a super small apartment. These things are great. I love these things. Look at this. Clothes. It's amazing how many clothes actually fit in these things. Look at this. Look at that. And I have another one of these, and I'll probably actually get 3 more of them. 3 of these is $19. And you just pick them up and you take them like that, put them in storage just like that. So I'll probably get in another 3 of those just for the rest of the stuff, because the hall closet's got a bunch of jackets and stuff. So I'll just, fold those up and put them in there. And honestly, I don't even know. Half these clothes in here, a lot of them have tags on it still, and a lot of them just, I probably will never wear again, but you just never know. So I might as well keep it for now, right? And the last room here is my bedroom, and this is where we just came from, but this is where all the magic happens. What are you talking about? You got a dirty mind. What I mean by the magic is I'm talking about where I make the YouTube videos. What were you thinking? So yeah, this is my new drone. Actually, I have 2 drones, but all right. So if you're not aware, this is where I make YouTube videos, because my apartment is so small and I can't make videos out in the other room because I got the server out there, which is really loud. So this is where I make the YouTube videos, and that is the camera right there. Actually, that is the laptop I was just looking at, reading off the list from. So that's my camera. That's one of the lights. That's another one of the lights. And I got another light right there. Those monitors will be going away, and don't mind the dust. I'm freaking a dust rat apparently. But so yeah, that's my room. Almost all the pillows. I had about like 6 pillows. All those things that are in storage, and I just left 2 out. Well, hopefully you got a little taste of Dave's life there and what all needs to get done. Please support me by liking and subscribing to my content for future videos. Set that bell notification. Share this out to anybody you think would benefit from it. So until next time, please go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.